Hello, beautiful souls. You're listening to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. Did you know that you can listen to this show everywhere podcasts are found? It's true. Now, I have 3 free gifts just for you. First gift, I give away a new reading each week to a person who's left a 5-star positive review of this show, then submitted it to me using the contact form at theangelmedium.com/contact. I hope I'm calling your number next. Second gift, if you'd like a new daily angel message, join me on Insta at Angel Podcast. Third free gift, if you'd like to know the name of one of your guardian angels so that you can work with them even more closely, go to the homepage of my website, theangelmedium.com, and submit your contact info at the very top. I'll email you back personally with the name of one of your angels. Okay, as we begin the show, I want you to feel the presence of your angels surrounding you. And just know that the loving, positive messages you resonate with today are messages for you from your angels and loved ones on the other side. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. And friends, today we're trying something new. So something that I've been starting, if you follow me over on social media at Angel Podcast, on Instagram, it's at Angel Podcast, or over in my membership, I've been asking people every single week, what are you struggling with? What can I help you with? What answers can I bring through from spirit regarding your own spiritual growth? And so Chris kindly responded to one of those posts, and you said that you're struggling getting into oneness. And I believe you said that you're struggling with automatic writing. But can you tell me more about what you're struggling with? Maybe what you've tried and what's worked, what hasn't. And then I'm going to help you from there.
Okay, so thank you, Julie, for setting this up for me. I appreciate it. So I feel like I think I have oneness down. It's just not. I'm not entirely sure it's working as intensely as it does for other people. I get the tingles. Things will go up, and then it's when I get to my head, like that's just kind of where it stops. I don't get any of that above the head sensation feeling. Okay. But when I can go into oneness and I can stay in that state, but it's always just blank. Even if I ask a question, and then when I tried the automatic writing, even if I ask a specific question, I'm just blank, like nothing. And, so I've gotten very frustrated with that. I've tried, like I saw on the one video I watched, the whole thing about the sway test. And I had already been kind of playing around with that on my own before I even joined the Angel membership, because I believe it was your podcast a while back. You had somebody on that talked about that. And I've just always remembered that. So every once in a while, I'd play around with it, and I think it works, but I really wasn't sure. And so when you had that on the video thing that I was watching on the one video training thing, I started doing it again, and I'll get the like yes and no, but that's like it. Like when I sit there in meditation, and my other thing too is I just have so much going on in my days that my time to myself is very limited. I'm trying really hard to work with my mornings before I get out the door to work. But I don't have like a half hour. I don't even have 20 minutes at that time. I have like maybe 15. So I was kind of worrying and stressing about maybe that's not enough time. One of the people on your team actually reached out to me, and we connected, and her and I talked, and she was
Norma, right?
Yes, Norma.
Yeah, she was telling me.
Yeah, she's like my angel buddy. And so she gave me some tips, but still like just nothing when I sit there in oneness. But I had an experience recently that has got me so confused on. So I'll just tell you quickly.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of just wild stuff going on lately. And I had this day, I was at home, I got home from work, and I go right into like getting ready for the next day, get my lunch made so I can get all that behind me. And I just was getting, I don't even remember the details of what was going on, but I was getting so stressed. And I was so stressed about like automatic writing not working, like not getting anything when I'm in oneness. And I'm sorry, let me back up. So previous to this, I started like in my head getting these thoughts of watch the videos, watch the videos. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch the videos because, whatever. Well, anyway, I just got myself on this particular day after I got done making my lunch. I was just in this emotional turmoil over just so many things in my life. And then I'm like, I go out, I try to go for a walk if I have time. And I'm like out for my walk and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was just like a mess, and I was just stressing about everything. And I'm like, I don't know if I should stay in this angel membership program. I really want to do this. And I really feel like I should do this, but like I'm probably just wasting time and money. I was just in one of those like emotional meltdowns, right? And as I'm in this meltdown and as I'm walking, I'm hearing I don't know if it was a thought or I don't think it was a voice, but it was like, just watch the videos, just watch the videos. And I'm like, okay, so I should just watch the videos and not do anything else right now. And I just kept getting watch the videos. Okay, fine. So I just kind of put everything else aside, stop worrying about automatic writing, stop worrying really about oneness. And I'm like, I'm just going to watch the videos because I already knew I was falling behind because I was just so stressed with nothing working. I was afraid to keep going ahead when I couldn't do anything, like nothing was working. So I just kind of was all discombobulated. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to watch videos. I'm just going to keep going with her and I'm going to learn about each angel. And then I got to an angel that really I was like, wow, okay, this is somebody maybe I should, this is an angel maybe I should focus on. And then I just kept going because I thought, this call is coming up. I'll wait and see like what you have to offer me. But anyway, so I'm thinking, why when I'm in this emotional turmoil, everything going on in my head, I'm like a mess and I'm hearing that, but I'm sitting there in total quietness and nothing, not one thing I can be like, so what should I be doing today? Or if I come up with something simple, like just a basic question, nothing. But yeah, I'm out there stomping around on my walk and I'm all upset and I'm freaking out. And yet I hear that, or I think that, or I hear that, or whatever. That was just to me a very, confusing thing. I mean, I appreciated it and I was like, okay, I'll watch the video. So I did. So I'm just watching I'm watching your training videos and I'm not worrying about anything else about the program at this particular time until I've connected with you.
And what happened when you started watching the videos? Did anything are you getting hits when you're watching of like, oh, this, or like this resonates?
Yeah. So like I said, the one angel, yeah, really hit me. And I can't remember her name now. I should have, because I'm going to take time and I'm going to write out cards on each angel, so that I know which one's doing like good for what topic in our life or whatever. But it was the one about relationships.
Shamuel.
Yes, Shamuel. And she's an angel. Is it a she usually?
He, I refer to him as a he, but
Okay,
that's okay. People see him different ways.
Okay, so Shamuel, I've heard that Shamuel is an angel. I've never known anything about Shamuel. So yeah, that one really resonated with me because I'm having some issues with relationships in my life right now. And then a little bit about the ones I just finished recently, about the whole the angels that come when you're passing away and because I've lost some important people to me and I'm okay with that, but it was just very interesting because one of them had a rough go of it when they were passing away. The other one, well, actually it was three. One was a sudden unexpected death that shocked us all, just pulled the rug out of like the entire family. And then the other one was quite a while ago, a really, really close friend of mine, and she was sick, so we knew it was happening. But anyway, so those two resonated with me, but mainly the Shamuel was the big one for me.
Okay. So I want to kind of just take some time and do like a deep dive with you on this. And I want to walk you through some exercises. And anybody who's listening can do this with us because, Chris, first and foremost, your angels say that you're not alone, right? Um, I would say that probably 90% of people have the ability to feel, but there's about 10% of the population that doesn't have those feeling receptors within the body where they just don't feel. But it was interesting because you said that you did feel the tingly
Yeah,
energy inside the physical body. You just didn't feel it above the top of your head. So
right.
let's try this real quick. And again, Chris, no stress whatsoever. So I don't want you to blow smoke. I want you to tell me the truth of like what you're feeling, what you're not, so that we can truly help you and guide you and so that it really positively benefits your life, okay? But
Okay.
I can't do that without your honesty and your
Okay.
trust, okay?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So, I want you, for you, I'm gonna have you take both of the palms of your hands, and I just want you to place them on your heart, okay? And then I'm gonna have you close your eyes, and I'm gonna have you take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And I'm going to do the body part quickly because I want to move outside of the body. But I want you to bring your awareness and your attention to the bottom, the soles of your feet, and feel these large roots going down far and wide into the earth. And up through those roots comes this beautiful, yummy, tingly energy at the tips of your toes. Allow that yummy, tingly energy to dance upward. It's just unconditional love, but it tingles as it dances up your feet, swirls around your ankles, moves up over the calves, the shins, the knees. Feel this oneness and love move up over the thighs, the hamstrings, the hips, and up over the spine, the stomach, the heart. Feel this energy fill your heart, so much so that it radiates out in every direction. And then feel this unconditional love rise as tingles up into the shoulders, the neck, the head. Here's where I want you to see and visualize with your mind's eye. So your eyes are closed, but you're using your imagination to just see and feel the crown chakra at the top of your head. So imagine your crown attached to your scalp where your hair follicles are is open, like the bottom of a Coke can size, right? And can you feel that energy of like a whole opening at the crown of your head, Chris? Can you feel that opening?
I don't.
Okay, no worries. Now I want you to feel like there's a string attached to the top of your head, and that string is lifting you upwards towards the sky. That you feel this energy lifting you up, 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 up. Can you feel that string attached to the top of your head? Can you feel it lifting you up in any way?
Not the lifting up. I get the chill, the like other feeling that I've been feeling in my body. I get that happening
Where is that happening?
like all through my body.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So when you activate your crown, you can come back to me. You're
Okay.
not feeling a ton in the auric field. You're just feeling within the physical body. And this is
Hmm.
okay. It's
Okay.
just how you're feeling and what you're feeling. And so the cherub angels say to let you know that what's happening there is the energy of every molecule surrounding you and every molecule cell within your physical body is opening. And that sensation that you're getting of the tingling, when you rise to the crown, and I talk about the crown, is actually all of your energy activating and opening.
Okay.
So it's easier to read a person who has their energy open. It's easier to go through life and feel connection to other people who have their energy open. I don't believe that we have to go around constantly protecting ourselves. I believe that's very, very fear based. And you'll know when you need to kind of close it off to one person or another, but you can live in a very opened way, right? Like you can live in that natural state of just unconditional love,
Uh-huh.
oneness, unity with all things. That's what that feels like for you. Ready for a little getaway that completely resets your energy? We're hosting a live in person spiritual retreat called A Whole New You. It's the weekend of October 4th in Oak Brook, Illinois. This spiritual retreat is all about your own personal healing and growth, reconnecting with yourself, learning to connect with your angels. And I'm going to talk about all new angels that I've never talked about anywhere before. And you're going to leave with more personal peace, purpose, clarity, and confidence than ever before. Learn more and see the itinerary at theangelmedium.com/retreat. That's theangelmedium.com/retreat. Links are in the show notes. And friend, I cannot wait to meet you and hug you in person. So I know we talked about how some people are feelers and some people aren't. The reason that I don't like to take people to this place at the beginning is because if I say that at the beginning when people enter into any of my programs, people go, boom, that must be me. I'm one of the rare ones. I can't see anything. I can't feel anything. And so we shut down. But the
Hmm.
truth of the matter is that the more that we practice anything, whether it's our own spiritual practice or developing our gifts, the more that we get better and better. And it comes in new and even more grand ways, right? So, I don't want you to think of yourself as a non-feeler. You're a feeler. Um, when you, and I want to just showcase this to you in some other ways, when you were talking about the passings that you've had in your life,
Hmm.
immediately when you were talking about that, I felt the heart chakra activate. Felt the sacral, solar plexus too, all activate, that it impacted you in various different parts of your body. And even to talk about it right now still brings up a lot of feeling within the physical body. That's you being a feeler. So,
Hmm.
tell yourself that you do feel, and that
Hmm.
feeling is part of how your angels are bringing through messages through the feelings themselves. Um, you talked about, I think, hearing some things that you could hear some things like, oh, you got that. Go watch the videos, right? So we know that you're a hearer, like you can hear auditorily spirit. Um, I want to test this to see if you're a seer, okay? Because again, most people, and I think this one is even higher. I want to say it's like 92 to 95% of humanity can see visually. There's a very small percentage who can't use that imagination to get visions, which is one way that the angels communicate. So,
Okay.
I want to keep your eyes open for a second. Name one loved one who's on the other side that you wanna talk to, as soon as I say that, I see this motherly energy on the other side.
Well, there could be several motherly. The first person when you asked me to think of that was my Aunt Nidra, but I do have grandmas over there as well.
Would you say that Aunt Nidra is, a motherly energy to you? You feel like that she kind of, looks out for you in that way?
Yeah, we used to always joke that I should have been her daughter, and her daughter should have been
Perfect.
my mom's mother.
Yeah,
Or
perfect.
daughter, I mean.
Okay, so I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to ask the angels to connect a cord of energy from your heart, which is already there, to your aunts. And I want you to just feel this energy of oneness, of connection. See it within your mind's eye like a string, a cord that's like a large rope between your heart and your aunt's heart on the other side. And it's just an energetic rope, but it's beautiful, multicolored energy. Can you see it and can you feel it?
I can probably feel it more than see it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's go to this next step. I want you to keep your eyes closed and imagine that your Aunt Nidra is right standing like a foot in front of you. And she's got the biggest smile on her face and she's got tears in her eyes because she's so excited to see you. And I want you to see first the outline of her body. I want you to see the color of her hair, the texture of her hair, the shape of her face, her eye color, her nose shape, what her skin is like. And then I want you to reach out and imagine that you take her hand and you pull her close and you just give her the biggest hug in the world. Can you see her with your eyes closed?
I can't see her, but I'm feeling that tingle and the tears are trying to come out.
That's okay. That's okay. Your Aunt Nidra keeps taking me back to when you were a child. And she keeps showing me this visual of her with you when you were young and that you guys would laugh and you just connect. And like she sometimes knew you better than you knew yourself. Can you go back in time with your imagination to see those past memories of spending time with her?
Mhm.
Where are you and what's around you?
Well, this would just be in my thoughts
Yeah.
because I'm still not seeing anything. But I used to spend a lot of time in the summers at her house with my cousins. And I go right to in the evening, she would make us ice cream, vanilla ice cream with fresh cut up peaches on it.
Mhm. Ah, so when you're talking about the house, can you see it? Can you feel it? Do you just get a knowingness of it?
Uh, Maybe I'm struggling with when we say seeing, is it like actually like with my eyes closed, I'm visually seeing it, or I'm just imagining it in my head? Like, do you understand what I'm trying to ask?
Yes, and I'm gonna answer that with another question. So I want you to just imagine in your imagination that there's a painting in front of you and it's
Mhm.
of this beautiful beach and you can see like the sand and the
Mhm.
shore and you can see the blueness of the waves and it's like almost a perfectly clear sky day with just a couple of clouds and this beautiful sun in the sky. Can you see that visually within your imagination, that painting?
I can't visually see it, but I can definitely imagine it.
Imagine it. Okay. So we're using two different words to talk about the same thing. So when you imagine it, what does it look like within your mind, your imagination?
Well, I guess a better way to say it is I'm not visually seeing it, but I can think about what it's like. The beach is my
Interesting.
favorite place in the world to be.
Yeah.
Uh, but I can't see the beach, but I can definitely, like, I guess it goes back to feeling it. Like, I know how I feel when I'm there.
Yeah.
I know, like, what it's supposed to look like, so it makes me happy.
Okay.
I get that whole tingly thing. I'm still
Chris,
just not
when
seeing.
you eat dinner every night, where are you normally? Like, do you eat dinner with a family member? Are you sitting in front of the TV? Where are you?
Usually me and my husband on the couch
Perfect. Okay. Um,
because all our kids are gone. They're older and moved on.
No, I mean, this is just so fascinating. So, I mean, there's just a rare percent of people who can't feel and can't see. So, this is a great way to show everybody listening, like what that's like, because you're helping other people understand their own intuitive gifts and how they work. So, I want to take you to a place that you're just everywhere every single day, right? Where
Okay.
you are eating dinner. So, when you close your eyes and you see yourself and you got your plate in front of you, you got your food, can smell the food, but you look up and your eyes are closed physically right now, but you're just imagining eating dinner and what you're seeing as you're eating dinner: the TV, your husband, the couch, the room. Can you see it with your imagination, like the color of the walls, the TV, and what you would be watching? Or do you more so feel it?
I mean, I feel it and I know what it looks like, but no, I'm not seeing it.
Interesting. Okay. So, what I want you to know is that when you are tuning in to your psychic sight, it's really coming through more of your feeling receptors. Okay. Which doesn't mean that you're never going to get those visions, but they might be more of an intuitive feeling, gut feeling, or a knowingness. And so you were talking about automatic writing and getting a little frustrated with that. And when I have people who are not feeler like not seers, right? Um we work in a little bit different way with automatic writing. So what I'm going to have you do is, instead of trying to visualize what the angels are saying, I want you to be more clear and specific with your angels on exact precise information that you want to know, right? So instead of automatic writing and sitting down and writing like 5 pages, instead, I want you to go, okay, I know that there is a school on the other side where you can go learn anything, where Mozart studied music and Wayne Dyer studied spirituality. I want you, angels, to show me exactly what my soul has studied on the other side in relation to this lifetime. Like, you could ask questions that are just so detailed and so specific that you're really trying to get to the root of one piece of information, instead of going to spirit and saying something to the effect of, okay, it's a fresh new day, spirit. What would you have me know? What would you have me say, and to whom? Which is a big thing within A Course in Miracles. And it's fantastic. But for people like you who are having trouble with automatic writing, and you might not for forever. Sometimes we just have to get over a baby hurdle here or there.
Mhm.
Instead, what I want you to do is go in and say, okay, I got this very, very specific question for you, and I want the answer. Um, so I hope this is okay. Do you have children?
Yes.
Okay. And spirit said, and your angels are all around them. You have one of the children that you're really thinking about more than the others. You want to be there, you want to support them. There's a lot more going on with one than the other right now.
Well, I have three. Maybe my youngest, because she's the furthest away. So I just wish I could be there more, or wish she come home and live around here more. I don't know about.
Yeah, let's go with her. Okay.
Yeah,
So
maybe sure.
um Do you guys check in once a week where she checks in with you on the phone?
So she's the kind of kid that she'll call, she'll check in with me when she's got stuff to say. If I just randomly call her and she happens to answer the phone, because she works really weird hours, it's hard to
Sure.
connect, she can just sit there and like just be like a kid, and I'll be like, so how's things going? Fine. And she's married, she's like an adult, like, anything going on, anything new? No. How's work been going? Pretty good. A little bit of drama about that, but when she has things to talk to me about and she calls me, she's just like unloading a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I
So this
don't
is
know what
exactly what we
to
were
do.
talking about, but in reverse with you and your angels, right? So,
Uh-huh.
this is exactly what I'm talking about. So Aunt Nidra said that she brought her in on purpose because you as mama can tune in through your angels to the information that you want to receive, where you can tune in
Hmm.
and go, okay, I know my kiddo has a lot going on at work. Is she in the right space? Is there any encouragement that she needs? How can I assist my daughter when it comes to her job? And how can I be her angelic support system when it comes to that? And just allow them to bring through specific answers. And it might not be pages and pages or even a paragraph. It might be she needs you to be her cheerleader, right? She needs you to be that support that when she's got stuff to talk about, awesome. Sometimes spirit will come in and say, we need you to ask probing questions to like get more information out of the kiddo. Um, the
Uh-huh.
more specific questions that you can ask spirit, what's going to happen is you're going to get that feeling where you felt the beach, you felt dinner time, you felt those different things. And those feelings are answers back from your angels. They're just more feelings and knowingnesses within the physical body, which is okay.
So how do I interpret the feelings as to like specific direction or what have you, so that I know, like, yeah, like how do I interpret that as to what they want me to know? I guess is my question.
I think it's different for each one. So you want to try one?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a specific question for them right now? Your angels? And it could be about anything. It doesn't have to be about your kiddo.
This is where I struggle. Okay. I have an area that I'm struggling with. And and I know from following you for so long, you're always like, we don't like to bring in like negative stuff. And this isn't negative for me,
Sure.
but it might sound negative to other people.
Okay.
Okay. So, and it comes up in so many different readings. Like I've had one with you a long time ago when it kind of came up. And then I've had a couple other mediums that I've stumbled across, and it comes up over and over. Okay. So when I said that Chamuel and that angel really resonated with me, there's things with my marriage. And I know, I know that I need to move on. I just don't know how. And I don't know, like you've always said with the nuggets, what that first thing is I'm supposed to do so that maybe the second thing can happen and the third thing can happen. And I have a paralyzing fear of finances in the whole situation because I can't afford to be on my own.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of stuck in this like negative rut with that. So I backed off and I'm like, all right, I won't go to them about that because I know that's a lot. But that is one of my biggest concerns.
Okay. So, spirit's never going to make any decisions for you.
Mhm.
They're never going to tell you to make this decision or like stay or to leave. They're only going to lead you back home to yourself, your own energy, and what it is that you want. And so, I want you to know that your angels are with us right now. And I want you to just tune in and I want you to ask your angels what would my best marriage with your current person look like? Like, what do you want to change in order to be happy, feel happy, joy, in your current relationship?
You so you want me to ask them that? What
And
they want me?
yeah, and you could ask it in your own way. It's okay. What would need to change, or what does that relationship look like where you are your happiest self? So you could
So
say, show me what
tell
I
me or
really
tell me
want.
what I really want.
Yeah, show me what I really want in a relationship in order to be my happiest self.
I feel like I've had plenty of like being able to go to that whole feeling thought about what I would be happiest with in a relationship that would make me happy, but it's not necessarily with him.
Sure.
But if I could be in that place with a relationship,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Yeah. So what is that? What does that look like?
So that just looks like somebody that's there to that trusts me, respects me, supports me, encourages me,
Mhm.
because those are all the things I feel like I don't get.
Okay. That's really big though. I mean, you just identified 3 really big things: trust, respect, encouragement. And I would add on to that love, right?
Yeah,
Because
yes, yes, yep.
I mean, to feel like that you're trusted, respected, encouraged also makes us feel loved. So I'm going to add that one in there.
Okay.
And this is where healers have to be really respectful of the divisions between psychology and mental health and spirituality. So, what I would tell you if we were in a session is I would take these things and bring it to a counselor to work with more
Okay.
regularly to see, because the only question that then kind of arises is, can my person ever um, mold or change in order to become someone who trusts me, respects me, encourages me, and loves me? And that's something that a mental health professional can really help you work through on a very deep level. But your
Mhm.
spirit team is really helping you to identify what's there and what needs to be worked on. Um, and then from there, so the question isn't always, do I stay or do I go? Sometimes we have to ask questions in different ways in order to get to the information that we're really struggling with. And what I just heard from that is really your inner child coming through with a need. And I would say
Mhm.
that inner child has the need to feel trusted. Because when we don't feel trusted, what do we feel? Kind of like we're that child that's being bad or that's gonna get shamed by our parent, or scolded. None of us want that, like, that's not a good feeling.
Right,
Um,
right.
Wanna be respected, wanna be encouraged. Um, I feel like these are the bare minimum things in life that in relationship and connection with one another that we're here to give one another. Um, but what spirit always says is that 99.9999999% of the time, there's an opening within the other person to possibly make changes. And I feel like if your soul had made the decision to completely walk away and leave, you probably would have done that already. But there's a part of you that is holding on. And I think that we're just so multifaceted. It's important to explore that too. Like, is there a way for that other person to make the changes that I need to see? Um, That's another great question to bring to the counselor and explore.
Mhm.
But did you see that how when we ask specific questions, so instead of going into automatic writing and say, having some relationship challenges come up, do I stay or do I go? And just letting them come in, the more specific question that we ask, the more specific answer they'll bring in. And if you would have asked me years ago, did I think that my husband could make the changes that he did in our marriage? I would have said no. But I also know that um, divorce is okay, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes it's needed, and not every man, woman in a relationship is going to make the changes needed that the other person needs to see.
Mhm.
The other thing that spirit's just coming in and saying for you, Chris, is um, they want the best for you. Is your dad on the
Mhm.
other side, Chris?
Yeah.
He's not. He's here.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you just have this magnificent spirit team of everybody. Archangel Michael is a big one on your spirit team,
I
big one
feel
of
very
archangels.
connected to him, very connected.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
just want you to know that you're going to be okay. Um and you are going to find your way forward, but I don't believe in making rash decisions, right? Of just I'm going to go left, I'm going to go right and rip the band-aid off. I believe in making slow decisions when it comes to these bigger topics in life,
Mhm.
because at least if you do go slower, you can say, and not with everything, obviously, like sometimes women are enduring horrible violence and
Oh,
trauma.
yeah,
Get
yeah,
out,
yeah.
go. Like if you're
Mhm.
listening to this, run.
Mhm.
But if you're sensing within your heart that you just need to know for yourself, that you've extended all circumstances and just tried everything that you can, when you leave having made a slower decision, if it comes to that, you can do so knowing that you tried everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they want you to know that you're going to be happy. And also, um, you're going to stand in your power. Like, I love that book, and I know I talk about it a lot in the podcast, but it's called The Bitch Book, Why Men Love Bitches by Sherry Argov. Do you have that one?
No, it's
Oh
called
my
The
god.
Bitch Book.
Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta get The Bitch Book. Yes, it's not about being bitch. It's actually about holding your own energy in a relationship. That's all it's about.
Okay.
And here's the thing, like women, a lot of times, we didn't do that back in the 90s and
Yeah.
the 2000s and the 80s. There was a lot of subservience, and it is possible to be in a relationship and to come into your power and to hold your own and to see the household dynamic shift. That's
Uh-huh.
great too. And
Yeah.
you can do that. Um yeah, I could talk for days and days and days about this
Right.
subject. Uh, just because I'm so passionate, and just because it really, really impacted my life, and I feel for so many women. Last year when we were putting up the membership for people to join the membership in November and December and January, really. I can't tell you how many women, it was probably over a dozen women who wrote back to me, because I try and just reach out and connect with as many people as possible. And they said, Julie, my husband won't let me. And it really just struck me how much women within our society are still dominated by their partners and what their partners decide for them.
Right.
Um, So yeah, I recommend reading the bitch book from the perspective of how to hold your own energy in a
Mhm.
relationship to be respected,
Uh-huh.
encouraged, and loved, um, and trusted. Mhm.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll look into that book. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's
Can I
one
just
more thing that
okay.
oh, sorry.
No, go
There's
ahead. Go ahead.
one more thing that I wanted to go into that I wrote down earlier while you were talking, which
Okay.
is that your angels say that they want you to have no stress,
Hmm.
0 stress.
That's loaded because I have a
When it
lot.
comes to your own spiritual awakening,
Hmm.
the less that we can compare ourselves to others, the better,
Hmm.
because we're all on our own conscious evolutionary journey.
Hmm.
And every single one of us is so different. It's summertime right now as we're recording this. Have like I I have all of these different charts. I have my human design chart, which is long and printed. I have my astrology chart that's long and printed, and then I have a numerology chart that's long and printed. So I've been trying to get myself organized and go through all these papers. So I found these charts, and right before our call, I was reading them, and it's so wild because when I read through these things, they're just spot on about my life and who I
Right.
am and why I'm here. And spirit always says everybody's purpose and reason for being and what we're here to do, little and big, is just so vastly different that you can't follow anybody else's path but your own. And the more that you just follow at your own pace, your own conscious evolution of what you're thinking, feeling, hearing, and trying to better yourself in little ways that call to you, like they said,
Hmm.
watch the videos, watch the videos. That's all that's needed, right? To just
Okay.
keep
Hmm.
spiraling upwards on your
Okay.
evolutionary path. And that's all you need to be. So I know that that was loaded, like no stress, but when it comes to your personal spiritual
Okay.
path, no
Okay.
stress. Like you are exactly where you're here to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
You
just
have a
have to
second
learn.
daughter too?
Yeah, I have two daughters and a son.
Okay. Because they kept saying the path that you're on, awakening and developing yourself spiritually, is so beneficial to both of your girls.
That's interesting to me because my youngest is kind of supportive and interested in some of this. My oldest, not so much. I mean, she's like, she'll go to like a psychic party. She'll be interested in hearing that I had a session with a medium, and anything that I feel like I want to share with her, she's interested in that. But then there's parts of it where she almost, and she's like 35, where she'll almost be
Yeah.
like making fun of me in a way. And so she's just a very interesting dynamic. Her and I have a very interesting dynamic. Like I never know where I'm standing with her because she's very, very complicated sometimes, that whole dynamic. But
I
I
wanna say specifically what I'm talking about
uh-huh.
because as you step into your power and you take your power back, like we just got done with the Angel Reiki School in person. We're recording this June 6th. I don't know when it'll air, but one of the ladies there, she just really touched my heart because she goes, I've never done anything like this for myself before, but I just knew I had to be here. And she goes, I told my husband I was going, and he kind of laughed. And then I was like, no, seriously, I've got my bags packed. I'm going to the airport because she actually decided the day of the retreat starting
Oh,
to go. She's like, see ya, like watch the kids. She's like, Julie, I'd never done anything like that before. She was taking her power back. And your angels say that as you become strengthened through your spiritual practice to stand in your own power and just be the amazing Chris that you are and not let anybody bulldoze you over, your daughter is watching that even as an adult. Both of your girls are, and they are going to be stronger, better women for it.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. I hope you got a lot out of like oneness and automatic writing. And I hope this helps you to work better with your angels.
I think it will. Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Of course. And friends, if you're listening, if you have a spiritual question that I can help you answer, if you're struggling with anything spiritually, let me know over at Instagram at Angel Podcast. You can also go to our Facebook tribe group. It's called the Angels and Awakening Facebook Tribe on Facebook. Or if you're a member, just look out for those weekly posts of what are you struggling with? Let me know. We'd love to have you on the show to answer those questions for you. Chris, have a beautiful weekend.
Hey, you too. Thank you so much, Julie. This was great. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
You
Bye.
too. Friends, I need your help reaching as many people as possible. If you'd like to support this podcast and help us spread more hope to the world, please book a session with me. Join my angel membership or take my angel Reiki school. What's the difference? If you'd like to know what messages your angels and loved ones have for you, you'll want to book a session with me. The angel membership is all about your own personal spiritual healing. The membership takes you on a spiritual journey that teaches you how to create your own heaven on earth. And the Angel Reiki School is for those who want to get certified in mediumship, angel messages, and energy healing all at once. These are 3 ways you can help us share a message of hope and love with more people than ever before. Register for one or all 3 at theangelmedium.com. That's theangelmedium.com. Now, let's pray together. As we do, I want you to pray in a way where you feel as though everything you want for yourself and the world has already come true, and you're giving thanks. Why? Because this is the best way to manifest. So let's begin. God, universe, source, thank you. We're so grateful that you've blessed this world with calm and peace for all. This calm and peace has spread like ripples, soothing the hearts of every soul. Thank you for opening our hearts to abundance, allowing each of us to live our most authentic life, and helping us to create our own heaven on earth. We thank you for the love and deep heart-to-heart connection that surrounds us every day in our relationships. We thank you for the abundance of health and aliveness we feel radiating from every cell in our and our families' bodies. Thank you for the gift of walking this life with us and guiding us every step of the way through your messages. We hear you through our own intuition, and we feel you walking right by our sides, and we overflow with gratitude. Thank you for financial abundance, an abundance of opportunities, miracles, blessings, and prosperity in every way. We know that you want us to succeed so that we can show others how you want them to succeed too. Thank you for the boundless love, kindness, empathy, and compassion that binds us all together. Thank you for the laughter, fun, moments of pure delight that fill us every day, especially today. God, universe, source, thank you for blessing us beyond measure and allowing us to use our souls, gifts, talents, skills, and abilities to serve the world. We love you. I love you. And in this we pray. Amen. Friends, we're working on some pretty major things over here. And if you wouldn't mind saying a little prayer that these things come to fruition if they're God's will, we'd so appreciate it. And please add a little prayer in for any specific thing you need right now, too. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And don't forget to submit your contact info at theangelmedium.com if you'd like me to channel the name of one of your angels for you. Sending you peace, bliss, and many blessings.